All right, well, we're running now. I'm just going to wait for a few people to log on. Hello, everybody. I'm here to tell you a little bit about what's been going on since the last time we spoke. I'm trying to put together some more some bags. You can see them in the background there, see them down there, for the homeless. And I want you to see what goes into a bag and some of the misconceptions that some of you have with regards to, some people thought it was just for Christmas. This is not a Christmas problem. This is a forever problem. It's always out there. We did, with your help and with a little bit from me, we did something in the region of 400 bags between early November and the end of Christmas, December. So I'm going to show you now how to make up a bag and what goes into it, because it's actually quite complicated, believe it or not. I'm going to flip the camera over, and I'm going to hand you over to my nephew John, who's here with me. Say hello, John.
Hello.
Hello. There you go.
Hello.
Take the camera for me. Now, if I just show you first of all, these are the new bags that I've got here, they've got zips, okay, which is fantastic because you can close them off from the weather. And I've left one empty there because I'm going to actually make one up for you. So John, if you could take the camera, all right, and just come over with me. I'm going to just show everybody what we've got here. What I do is I buy toothbrushes in packs of 4 because they're much cheaper that way. And I also buy this mouthwash, not toothpaste. And the reason I buy this mouthwash is because it's alcohol free. That's very important. Don't buy an alcohol one because they'll drink it. Okay. If it says child friendly or suitable for children, that's really the one you want to get. Okay. So what I do is I have a box of bags here, zipper seal bags, and I make them like this. So I put one mouthwash and a toothbrush inside, so they've got somewhere to keep it clean because it's a toothbrush. You don't want them to. So I give them one of those. But before we do that, I'll show you what else I do. This is how I do it. This is a fleece blanket. Okay, so what we do is we put the fleece blanket into the bag, along with the toilet roll. And also we have over here, let me just get, these are sanitary pads, but they're the sort of thing that you can put inside your knickers, okay? So a man can use them as well as a woman. So what I do is I usually put 4 of these into a bag, because whenever I go out again, I top them up. So I ask people what they need and I can top them up. So I put 4 of those in there. And now moving over to the goodies here, we have a packet of wet wipes. These are sensitive ones, okay? Again, important that you do that. You get a sensitive one, you get the alcohol-free mouthwash, okay? This is tried and tested. I made these mistakes. Okay, people break out in rashes and all sorts of stuff. The last thing they need, they're in the street, and the last thing you need is you flip paint on them. So it's important that we do the right thing for them. So one of those goes in there as well. Now these are, with the help of the last fundraising that I did, I've managed to buy everything in bulk. Okay, my last order was something like £1,500, but what I got was loads of these ponchos. Okay, they're cellophane ponchos. They just fit over and they cover them completely. So they're really good for keeping the weather out. I also have umbrellas, the small umbrellas, but I don't put these in the bag. I only give them to people that need them. So not everyone needs an umbrella. And I also have these umbrellas, which are clear dome. So they actually open up like this. So when you're sitting on the floor kneeling down, it will cover you up over the shoulders and you can actually see through it. So you're not away from everything. You can see what's going on, but you're completely covered. All right, again, I only give those out to people that ask for them, that need them. Okay, so back to the bag, okay. The other thing that we need to put in, we've put in the, right, so we're going to put the Listerine and the toothbrush, okay, that goes in there. And also we put a bottle of water, okay, so we put a bottle of water as well. Okay, now the next thing we do is we put in a pair of socks. So what I do is just to keep them together, I just turn them inside out like this, and that keeps them together. They go in there. We've also got a pair of gloves, same thing again. I just turn them inside out like this, and that keeps them together. Okay, so we've got a pair of gloves, pair of socks, and a nice woolly hat. Okay, all this is really useful. When I drop the bags off, this is the most satisfying thing in the world. I obviously go away and leave them to it, but I watch from a distance. And what happens is the first thing they do is they put the gloves on, they put the hat on, you know, and you can see that they're freezing. You know, that's the first thing they do. Okay, so we've done the socks, we've done the gloves. So the next thing that I put in there is some snacks. So I put in some quavers. Now quavers, there's no sugar, and there's no. It's important because a lot of homeless people are diabetics. So I used to put chocolate in there and stuff, and that was a big mistake. And I learned not to do that. So I also put these cheesy snacks in as well. It's not to fill them up. It's just regular bits of carbs to keep them warm. Okay, so everything's measured. So I give 4 and 2. There's a packet of tissues I put in there as well, and the next thing that I do is on the road I'll buy, for the first bag I'll buy some sandwiches or something and put them in there as well. So this is what makes up the bag. It's quite easy to do. It's easier for me to do it as I'm doing it because I buy everything in bulk. Okay, so it just comes in a lot cheaper, and the money goes a long way. The bags I used to have didn't have a zip. Okay, so they were open at the top here, so they were the best I could do. But these are waterproof bags, but they have a zip, so they're sealed away from the weather, and they're quite big. Okay, now something else I'm going to show you that I bought is. I bought these wonderful sleeping bags. They're actually double insulated foil inside, and they're waterproof. And then look how compact they are. Okay, so a grown man can fit in there, and you can have a blanket on you and whatever, and you can sit inside this and you're completely waterproof and you're warm. I don't give these to everybody because most people that I see either have a sleeping bag or whatever, but the newly homeless, they haven't got anything. So these I carry separately. And also, I have these, which are these are proper sleeping bags, which they're a lot more expensive. And like I say, what I do is I keep these, and I monitor who's there. Okay, because if I go to somebody and they're living in a tent and they've got a sleeping bag, and you know it's basically that bag they need. It's the daily essentials. But if they're brand new and they're sitting there with nothing and they just become homeless overnight, that's something they must have. The waterproof one and all the other bits and pieces, they're very useful for them. With your help, I'm going to set up a GoFundMe page, and with your help, I've also got a PayPal account which is on Facebook. What I want to do is I want to get a few tents, because I've been leaving people in cardboard boxes, and it's heartbreaking. You know, I go home at night to my bed and they're sleeping in a cardboard box, and it's intolerable. These are human beings, okay? So one of these costs about 40 quid, okay? I'm getting them for £25, which is a bargain, because the people that sell them are also giving them to me at their price. So everyone's helping, everyone's chipping in, but they're still quite an expensive item. So that's it. I'm not going to bore you anymore. I'm going to let you go. I'm around to talk to. If you want to make these bags yourself, rather than donate money, it saves me the aggravation of doing it, okay? Because you can see what happens. My living room becomes a storeroom, and I have to put all these bags out, and then I've got to go and distribute them. So what I'd rather you do is buy the bag yourself and top it up and do what you want to do. The blankets are fleece blankets. Okay, they're quite accessible. You can get them. The woolly hats from the pound shop. Okay, so you can just do a bit of shopping and do it yourself. If you'd rather just donate and we do it, I've got some lovely people helping me out, and I've got the lovely Emma and Lulu. If you're watching, Lulu's also helping, and I've got a couple other people around the country that I meet up with them, and I give them 5 or 6 bags each, and they go off and they distribute to different areas. Okay, Cambridge and Brighton, and I've got somebody else up in Oxford, and we're just basically getting us far afield. Every time I go out, I see a new person or three that are homeless. So this is never ending, and it's we're not rehousing them. We're not doing the right. I can't do that. But at least what this does, it allows them to wash. It allows them to brush their teeth. It allows them to stay dry until somebody can come, like somebody from a proper organisation or the council, and rehouse them. Okay, the time it takes between somebody being homeless and being rehoused, if you're a young girl, it's almost instant. You know, they take young girls off the street immediately. If you're a guy between 18 and 40 years old, you're buggered. You're there. You're not. No one's looking at you. You can look after yourself, and it's really a shame. So that's it. I'm not going to bore you anymore. Please do it yourself if you can, and if you can't, donate. And I've got a little team of people that are doing it with me, and we can distribute. Now there's another 10 going out probably tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Wednesday. And I want to do this as often as I can. Every time I go out, I run out, and there's people that need them, and I haven't got any more left. So it's not a tiny problem. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Love you lots, and I'll speak to you very soon. Okay, John. Say goodbye.
Bye bye.